Hello world, welcome to the Working Title Podcast. I'm your host Fergus Coyle of Fixing Hollywood.
And I'm Cameron Forbes, a random guy he knows that decided to join a podcast.
Who knows more about this stuff than me, so I called him up.
That's scary.
Probably.
Okay. What are we going to talk about first?
So, it's about a week, just over a week actually, until Star Wars. So pumped. Pretty much, yeah. Words don't really sum up my excitement, or my hopes and dreams anyway for it.
Oh.
So we're going to talk Star Wars,
Yes.
special episode, if you can call it that, because it's our
the
first one.
The first
Yeah.
episode.
So, I actually wrote a question here, because I'm prepared like that. What is the best Star Wars theme?
So you mean like musical theme?
Yes. Is it the Imperial theme?
Oh, it's definitely the Imperial March. Like
I was gonna say
these March ones, like then I don't know why I really love them. There's one for Command and Conquer by Larry Free, which it's literally the theme song, but it's called the Soviet March, and I don't know why every one of these things is like, this is amazing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. That was just a random question. I was like, what is the best Star Wars theme? Because it's good. If you think about it, it's so many iconic themes in one movie.
I quite like the Han and Leia theme as well.
See, that's my favourite thing from the new trailer.
Yeah,
They did that and then twisted it a little.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Oh, actually no. I have to completely like retract all my answers when you said the trailer there. The one that's the light of the Force.
The Luke Tatooine one. Yeah.
That came on in the trailer and it just gave me chills.
The second trailer is you see the crashed Star Destroyer and the X-wing, and I thought it was Tatooine. I kind of assumed, but it's not. But I don't care. It just that iconic kind of image and that tune. I was like, ooh,
yes,
already in like 3 seconds, man.
Speaking of Jakku though, I've still not played Battlefront. But they put out the Battle of Jakku DLC, and you see that Star Destroyer crashing over. It may not be that Star Destroyer, but you see a Star Destroyer crash into the planet.
Can you go in it?
No, it's like far away in the distance. It's like
backdrop, skybox.
Yes.
Yes. So Star Wars, there's a right answer to this. Most people will tell us, but what is the best Star Wars movie?
Episode 5.
Episode 5.
To me, it's kind of tied with 6 as well, but I think 5.
I like 6 a lot more than most people seem to, from what I gather.
It's the Ewoks. People just hate the Ewoks, and I don't get why.
They are unnecessary, but possibly my favourite scene in all of Star Wars is Luke confronting the Emperor and Vader and the Death Star. Like, cause I was like not alive when the original movies came out, it was a small thing. I was never shocked by like Vader's "I am your father."
Yeah.
Because like everyone knew it by the time I got around to it.
Do you notice that as well? Just as a side note, everyone, like even people that don't see Star Wars, everyone just seems to know.
Yeah.
Like now, there's never.
It's been parodied in like Toy Story and everything else.
I forgot about that, Zerg.
Brilliant. So yeah. Are we reading episode 5? Yeah. Although I do like Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
And so, do you think that they hold up anymore, the original movies?
I just rewatched episode 5 the other day because it's leading up to episode 7.
I rewatched episode 4 the other week, and then I'm going to binge them all again, like soon.
So I rewatched episode 5. That definitely holds up. I don't know if like episode 4 might be a bit ruined with all the re-edits and like adding in of fucking animals. Are we allowed to swear on this, by the way? Are we making this family cool? We're making this family friendly. But all of the like re-edits of like adding in like lizard monsters and stuff like that, that block the screen 100%.
Yeah. What you can do, hope there's literally a bit where it just walks across the screen and covers everything, and you're like, get out of the way!
Did you see when the first episode 7 trailer came out? There was so it obviously came out, and there's the bit where Kylo Ren's got his lightsaber and stuff, but then there was the George Lucas
I love that. And then there's like Kylo Ren pulls out his lightsaber, and then Anakin like goes to Anakin and pierces his front.
But it's eating questions.
That's so.
Which that still doesn't bother me. People get so worked up about that. I watch it and I'm like, Whatever.
Yeah, the thing that annoys me, do you ever watch How It Should Have Ended?
Yes.
They have a thing where it's like, look, when he appears as old Anakin, and I was like, thank you for appearing as I knew you, Father, not as some younger version of yourself that I would never have recognised. That's the one thing, is that Luke would not recognise.
No, definitely not.
Apart from that, I'm like, nah, at least he doesn't speak.
Unless he recognises them in the Force.
Oh. That's like the cop-out explanation for everything in Star Wars. The Force.
Illuminati.
So speaking... What? Anyway, speaking of Hayden Christensen, if we're going to talk about Star Wars, at some point we're going to have to get to the prequels. But first, I'm going to hang that over your head for a minute. But first, I did watch episode 4, like I said, and in terms of whether or not they hold up, I feel like it's aged the worst.
Okay.
Because it's very slow.
Right, yeah, that makes
and
sense.
Like, when Luke, there's a point on Falcon where he draws his lightsaber and like ignites it, and it clearly cuts.
Oh yeah, it's like holding it there.
So
it looks like say parallel to the ground, and then next minute it's like, oh, it's vertical.
It's a bit like that. And it's still incredible because it was pioneering that.
Mm-hmm.
But rewatching it now, it's a bit like taking me out of the movie here, and it's a bit boring. Well, it's not. See, part of it is that you know where Luke's story is going the whole time, which I think might be why I found it slightly boring until Han Solo shows up and starts being funny.
Yeah.
But
sorry, just as a side note, you say Han Solo shows up, first scene in the cantina. Who shot first?
Han shot first.
I say Greedo shot first. Purely because that's the first time I saw it was with Greedo shooting first.
Okay.
So in my head that's what's clicked.
Yeah.
And I know the rage and I'm like, okay, it makes sense, but that's what I remember.
Yeah.
So
yeah, see, I only got the special editions because I got them like 5 or so years ago. But my aunt and uncle used to have the VHS tapes of them, and I saw them as a kid, and then like didn't realize there was a difference until like a couple of years back. And like I'd been watching the special editions, I was like, I feel like some of this just isn't right.
Oh, another re-edit that they made. Did you know the Ewoks blink? In the latest edition, they made it, they CGI'd in.
Did they not blink?
No, they never blinked before. They were just...
It never annoyed me.
It never annoyed me. I found that out and I was just like, what?
Do you even notice that?
You notice it when you know about it.
Yeah.
Also, Darth Vader says no now, again.
Don't like that. There's also, it's so much more of a powerful moment if he's not shouting. Like... And then there's also Luke when he falls on when he confronts Vader in the end of Empire.
Yes.
When he falls in the original, he just falls. In the special editions, he like lets out a Wilhelm scream as he falls, and you're just like, what?
Wait, that's in the original or the re-edit?
The re-edit, he now lets out a scream.
I rewatched that. I don't think he screamed in mine, and I've got the most recent version.
The special editions, I don't know the most recent,
cool.
because I think they had like a new digital release.
Yeah, I've
recently
got the Blu-ray version.
that was somewhere in between or something.
I have the Blu-ray version.
Yeah. Good for you. So,
I feel like you don't want to have me on this podcast anymore after that.
yeah. So the prequels. I'm gonna come straight. Never hated the prequels. I watched them as a kid before I saw the originals, and I had this thing where we had them in DVD, and I'd sit there with my wee brother with my finger on the skip scene button. So my older brother got to like 15 or something, and then we watched them together, and he was like, there's so much here that I've never seen because you keep skipping it. And yeah, there's a lot. So I never watched the second one as a kid. I saw it a couple of times, but it genuinely sucked.
Yeah, that's the worst. Even the plot is just like,
yeah,
what? Like, is Count Dooku a bad guy or is he?
Literally, I rewatching it now, I was like, I assumed I never got it because I was a kid. Rewatching it now, I'm like, no, it just makes no sense. I have no idea what Sifo Dyas is.
Oh yeah,
he's a guy and who apparently commissioned this clone army, and then Obi-Wan's like, I thought he was dead, and they were
No,
all
it was like manipulated
yeah,
him to kill, like killing or creating the clone army, and then he was killed to cover up the fact that he created the clone army. Then they erased Kamino completely from the records. It's like a giant like.
And then there's no precedent for Count Dooku being a Jedi. It's just like, oh, he was also a Jedi, and that's how all this happened.
Yeah,
and you're like,
it's like what that whole like episode, like that whole like plan that they come up with to get the Grand Army of the Republic is like setting up a domino chain to like knock them all over, but then having like huge gaps between all the dominoes.
especially when you get yourself elected Chancellor.
Yeah.
And you don't just commission it then.
Yeah.
Oh,
By the way, there's these people that are basically militants. Let's make a giant fucking army.
Exactly. I just I also but episode 2 is atrocious.
Yes.
Episode 3 is okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
I love watching the Emperor because he makes no sense and he loves it. He's just like, I'm evil and I'm gonna roll with it. And I'm like, you do it, Emperor.
I must admit,
there's
there's a scene where I know people hate when like Yoda fights people and stuff like that, but the scene where it's after Obi-Wan, like the Jedi Temple massacre, and Obi-Wan and Yoda go and like, oh, Anakin was the one that did that, so Obi-Wan goes to Mustafar, sorry. And Yoda's like, well, you can't fight Palpatine because he's way too fucking powerful for you, you fucking idiot. I'll go fight him. But then he walks in and he's like, with his cane, walking into the Chancellor's office. And as he walks into the Royal Guards, like, try and like stab them with his spears, and he's just like, and he blows them back and forth without even looking at them. Just like, okay.
See that bit though when Yoda's like, you can't take on the Emperor. I'm like, yes, he can. He moves at like 20 times the speed of you two. Like,
not when he's got a lightsaber for no reason. He can just move it
but like the Emperor's this mangled, messed up guy. If Obi-Wan walks in, draws his lightsaber, he's gonna kill him. Or they could just double team both of them.
Yes.
Like,
what would happen if they both went to attack the Emperor, killed the Emperor, and then
both
went...
go to Mustafar and kill Anakin?
But they might not even kill Anakin, they could just go like, oh, the Emperor is dead. We can't stop you if we manage to kill him already. What the fuck?
So much of it makes no sense, but the Mustafar fight's cool. Darth Maul is one of the coolest things in Star Wars, period.
Yes.
Double-bladed lightsaber.
I quite like General Grievous as well. Except the fact that he's just in the movie, like there's no real introduction.
I don't like him in the film, but
right.
if you watch the animated Clone Wars...
Which one,
shorts,
the cartoon one or
the Samurai Jack style,
yes.
the two-dimensional animation, he's great in that. Like, he's terrifying.
Yeah.
I'd recommend you watch it. It's Star Wars Clone Wars, not Star Wars The Clone Wars. It's really confusing.
He's actually pretty good in the Clone Wars as well, and I like how like
I've not got that far.
There was like the banter at the start of episode 3 where it's after they rescue the Chancellor, but then they get captured again, and so there's General Grievous, Obi-Wan, and Anakin. They're in the bridge of the ship. We're talking to Grievous, and Grievous is like, "Ah, yes, General Kenobi, I have captured you yet again." Muhahahaha. And then he's like to Anakin, "Oh, you're a lot younger than I expected." And then Anakin, like they've never met before. And then Anakin turns around to him and goes, "You're a lot shorter than I expected." But they never actually meet in the Clone Wars cartoon either. It's keeping that like continuous. Continuous.
Aye, but then there's a lot in Revenge of the Sith where like Mace Windu's like, Grievous is a coward, and I'm like, what do you mean he's a coward? He's like murdered 50 Jedi.
I'm happy you brought up Mace Windu. Mace Windu is totally responsible for Anakin becoming a Sith Lord. Because they were going to go confront Palpatine and like stop Palpatine. And he's got like Mace Windu, Kit Fisto, all the other Master Swordsmen. They weren't even going to go turn around and fight him at this point, Sidious or Palpatine, whatever. And then they're like, Anakin runs up and he's like, "By the way, Palpatine's the Emperor, or the Dark Lord of the Sith. He just admitted it to me." And they're like, "Oh, thank God I've got all these Master Swordsmen. But Anakin, you don't come along. You stay." And that really pisses him off and makes him go.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the defining moment, but yeah, it's always a pet peeve of mine. Like, so much, the Jedi demonstrate on multiple occasions that they are very willing to kill. and then Mace Windu gets the Dark Lord of the Sith with his lightsaber point. Like, you're beaten, surrender. It's like, stab him!
There's
No!
There's like, you know, they when Disney bought over Marvel, or sorry, not Marvel, sorry, Lucasfilm, they
Didn't
made
do that though.
They made all the extended edition, or not extended, the extended universe stuff obsolete. They made it all, incorporated it into this Star Wars Legends, right? So in these Star Wars Legends, there's I think 4 books that are like handbooks. So there's one for the Imperials, one for, so it's like the Imperial Handbook, the Bounty Hunter Code, the Jedi Code, and the Sith Rule or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it is. In the Jedi one, it makes a big point of like, oh, the Jedi are pretty much pacifists. They're willing to.
So they keep telling us, but they give us no evidence in the.
What it says in that is like, we're pacifists, except when it comes to the Sith. We will kill the Sith. Basically, yes. It puts it like a lot more eloquently than that, but that is what it means.
Yeah. So if you look at that Jedi Code, though, you start questioning a lot of their ways.
Yep.
Like, I also love one thing that I've loved the prequels for is how Obi-Wan just goes and tries to murder Anakin.
Yeah.
And then like you get to the originals and they're still just like, we can only kill them, and looks like, did you ever even try like turning him back? Did anyone even think about, redeeming him?
Yeah.
They're like, nah, go kill him. It's like, I can sense that he's a good guy. And then they're just like, no, just kill him. Looks like, no. So, yeah. Star Wars is awesome.
Yes. I want to, just talking about redeeming people, it always reminds me of Revan, the main character from Knights of the Old Republic. Maybe not main character, I don't remember.
I think he's the guy you play as. Spoilers for Knights of the Old Republic. Sensing that's
yes,
what we're going with
basically he turned to the dark side. He went, it's all tied into the Old Republic universe, which is why I know about it, because it's the only MMO I play. He goes to the unknown regions basically to kill all of the Mandalorians who were trying to make a giant war. Then he finds the Sith, and they're like, hey, we can use this guy to fuck up some shit. So they turn him and his apprentice Malik to the dark side, and then Revan gets redeemed by Bastilla Shan.
They not like wipe his memory.
Yeah, she redeems him, and then they're like, okay, we're also going to redeem him because the memories of him and what he did will like tear him apart and make him like. So
they redeem him and then wipe his
memory. It may not be that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Out of memory, and I've not looked at this in a little while. So
you've had your memory wiped.
Maybe I was the Dark Lord of the Sith.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
And then, but over the course of the game, you realise, oh wait a minute, Revan was the Dark Lord of the Sith that fucked all this shit up, and you realise that Malik was your apprentice. But then Malik manages to turn Bastilla. I think it's Bastilla. I can't remember. Yeah, it's Bastilla because Satilla's in the Old Republic, and that's like her great granddaughter. Both voiced by the same character, and both are actress, and then they both look identical.
So confusing.
Bastilla gets taken to the dark side, and then Revan. She was a former companion of Revan's, and Revan brings her back to the light, and basically they're in love. And then Revan realizes it's like a parody of Anakin almost, where Anakin uses love and that turns him to the dark side. But Revan kind of goes, well, if hate and anger and fear are the emotions of the dark side, then surely happiness and love and positive emotions should be the analogy of the light side. And this is what the Jedi should be preaching, not a vow of no emotion, a vow of love and hope and compassion.
Yeah. So the Jedi should be the new Care Bears.
Yeah, so I think that's what more Luke does.
Yeah. I never got the sense that he then went and I don't know about become a Jedi, but started up a new Jedi Order. I always got the feeling that he just rejected the whole thing. You failed. So hard.
I took it as he starts a new one, and he does in the extended universe start a new Jedi Order, and then. But I took it as more episode 5, what happens when he goes, instead of going to complete his training, he goes to help his friends in Bespin and Cloud City. That is probably like the analogous of, or the core of his new Jedi Order is like help people. We shouldn't be these kings of the mountain. We should be helping.
I get. Like when I say I wouldn't see him setting up a new Jedi Order, I could see him setting up a new order, but that would be radically different. Like it wouldn't just be we'll restart the Jedi Order, give it some new, do Frankenstein it back to life. We're opening a pack of cookies.
Trying to do it quietly.
You've been sitting there for like 10 seconds trying to prise that open while I'm talking. Just go for it.
Go. Just like into the middle.
So, what are your hopes for The Force Awakens?
I hope it's good.
That's very valid point.
I'm going to see it at midnight. I hope I don't walk away going.
Yeah.
I don't know if the mic will pick that up. I hope I don't walk away sighing. Just like, that was not worth my time.
We're both going to the midnight showing, and we see it a day early because we're in the UK where it comes out the 17th. So the night of the 16th into the 17th midnight, we're at the cinema watching it, and I'm like counting down the days because that's also my birthday. My 18th is the 17th of December when Star Wars comes out. So I'm like, I don't want it to ruin my birthday because if Star Wars is great, then that's just such an awesome day.
You're seeing it in 2D, right?
Yeah.
I am seeing it in 3D. That way we can
compare and talk about 3D. Nice.
Whenever we decide to do this again, let's go on Christmas break.
What about as soon as we finish watching it, we just come here, recorded a podcast on it at like 3 in the morning.
I think university's closed though. We're both in university, by the way. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. None of us live near each other, so... Anyway, so I don't really want to talk about plot or anything for The Force Awakens, so it looks good. I like that they've not shown us a lot.
Yes.
Basically, all I know anyway is the 3 trailers and a couple things that have popped up in my Facebook feed.
Every so often I'll be sitting watching TV. I'll watch The Apprentice or something. No, The Apprentice, that's on BBC One. I'll watch something, right? Say I'm watching Doctor Who on Dave or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever, I don't remember. TV channels or whatever. And I'll be sitting watching, and then a TV spot will come up. I'm like, no, mute.
The TV spots, from what I gathered, they've shown a lot. The trailers didn't, and I don't like that. I don't like that they're showing too much.
Maybe it was like 2 different marketing teams that did it. One marketing team that, because the first 3 trailers were like more cinematic trailers, and then
they were really good trailers as well.
And then the last one was like, or the TV spots, obviously are made for TV. So maybe like they just went, okay, you're the TV team or the movie team.
Basically now though, when people are like, what makes a good trailer? I just point at those 3 Star Wars trailers and go, that.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Unless it
virtually no plot, but just get me out.
A lot of people, when the first one came out, thought they made the same mistake they did with Phantom Menace, where they revealed Darth Maul's double lightsaber in the Phantom Menace trailers, and people were like, why'd you do that? That would have been like an amazing reveal in the thing. And they set it up to be a reveal because he takes his lightsaber out and holds it like vertical at first, and then he just turns it in one hand, and then he takes out the second lightsaber when he realises he's fighting 2 opponents.
Yeah.
So it's like...
That's the thing though, I feel like in Phantom Menace though, you don't see the double-bladed lightsaber until 20 minutes before the end. I feel like Kylo Ren's gonna bust that out like 10 minutes in.
10 minutes in?
Like,
that scene where he's walking through the forest will be like the first scene in the movie.
No, but I feel like you see it a couple times now in the different trailers, and I feel like almost the opening scene will be Kylo Ren laying waste to a village or the First Order to show them as a threat or something like that, and he's gonna have that out. Whereas Darth Maul, it was like, oh my god, this guy has a double-bladed lightsaber. So I'm not.
Now that we've seen like other permutations of lightsabers that might just not have that. Oh, there's more types of lightsabers moment. Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, Star Wars: The Force Awakens looks so good. I had reservations, but I still have them. But
yeah,
I'm optimistic.
I'm hopeful. I enjoyed the first Star Trek, like the reboot
it's
Star Trek.
Decent.
So I have hope that J.J. Abrams can take something that's good.
See,
and then
J.J. Abrams to me is a good director. I don't know about his writing capabilities because he wrote the 2 Star Trek films, and the first one's completely fan service, and then the second one, Into Darkness, isn't great.
The second one is also completely fan service, especially with that moment. That moment in the shuttle that we don't talk about. That's the thumbnail for every trailer or every review. review of it ever.
Yeah, but they've got the guy who wrote A New Hope and Empire back to co-write with Abrams.
That's good.
So
Wait,
all signs are good.
Well, okay.
I think it's Lawrence Kasdan, or is he the
I don't know.
artist guy? I can't remember. Anyway, the other big thing that has happened recently is Batman v Superman and Civil War both had trailers. And naturally, because they're both movies about titans fighting each other, we're going to talk about them fighting each other. So, which of the last two trailers? So we've got Civil War's first trailer and the third Batman v Superman trailer. Which one did you prefer?
Is that a trick question? Because it's obviously Civil War.
Okay, I knew you would say that, but I was going to ask you anyway. Yeah, I think I've got to agree on the basis of those trailers.
Yes.
Those two, Civil War beats it every day of the week.
Yeah.
However, in terms of which I'm more excited for, I am much more on board with Batman v Superman's hype train than Civil War. And that's because the trailer 2 and the teaser even for Batman v Superman I really liked. Whereas the Civil War trailer I was like, yeah, that's pretty good.
I agree, but not for necessarily the same reason. I'm a bit more hyped for Batman vs Superman because when I watched the Batman vs Superman trailers, although it's like a Batman vs Superman fight, there's been stuff in there that I've been like, oh, this is interesting to me. Everything that I saw in the Civil War trailer was like, oh my god, this looks great. But I expected all of it. Yeah. I expected to see Captain America and the Winter Soldier fighting all the other people. I expected to see Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
What I didn't, the only thing that I was like, that's interesting, is that they didn't show Ant-Man and Spider-Man in it. Like that.
Did they show Ant-Man? Is he hiding somewhere?
So everyone says, like, I looked at the comments on it and it's literally like, where's Ant-Man? Where's Paul Rudd? And then everyone's like, oh, didn't you see it? They just like linked to a random point in the video. Like,
it's funny. It's funny. But see, Civil War to me is going to be, this is a really weird analogy, you better get used to that if you're going to read my articles and watch my podcast, listen to my podcast. But to me, Civil War is like vanilla ice cream. It's good, it's solid, it'll probably be fine. I like vanilla ice cream, but I know what I'm getting.
Yes.
I feel like Batman v Superman's going to be like mint, fudge, strawberry and chocolate ice cream all rolled into
Unless
one.
it's
and
bad.
it might not work. All those flavours might combine to be something horrible.
Yeah.
But it's trying something.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's much more capacity for Batman v Superman for me to walk in and go, wow, that was great.
I have a bit of a problem with it though. On my list of things to talk about is that today, or last night maybe, I don't remember, The Flash was announced potentially by the costume designer
almost
for
definitely
Batman vs Superman. He was like, I've designed the costume, which people are being like, oh my god, this means that he's going to be in Batman vs Superman. But if it is, to me that implies that like Aquaman's going to be in there, and all the founding 7 of the original Justice League potentially could be in there.
I feel like we're going to get Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, obviously,
Yes.
and then potentially Aquaman and
The Flash.
And I think Cyborg's having a cameo, but I think it's his civilian identity.
Yeah, that makes sense. But like, what I'm annoyed, and I'd be annoyed either way because it's not really a situation that DC can win in this case, is it feels like they're just like, here's all our characters so we can instantly set up a Justice League movie.
See,
Sorry, but on the flip side, it's like, if they were going too slowly, I wouldn't personally be too annoyed about this, but other people would definitely be annoyed. Like, where's Wonder Woman? Where's Aquaman? Where's The Flash? Like,
I'm nodding, by the way.
You're clearly like not being as good at this as Marvel, but that's because Marvel were the first to do it, and they spent years trying to craft this extended universe.
I think DC are in a bit of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Because a lot of people want them to fast track this. They're like, just get to Justice League, have everything established, everything there, and then just do it.
Yes.
Don't beat around the bush, don't copy Marvel and build this slowly, just get there. Then a lot of people are like, they're rushing it. And there's almost a fact, I feel like a lot of people are both.
Yes.
Like, whenever they do one thing, they shout at them, and whenever they try the other, they shout at them. But I feel like that Batman v Superman is a transition phase.
Yes.
I feel like it's going to go like, hey, it's good. I feel like it'll be a bit of a mess potentially in terms of world building. It could be a great streamlined story, but the world building looks like it could be a bit off. 'Cause like, oh, everything's established.
Yeah.
But in a sense, it's good because then it'll be like Atlantis is established, the Flash is a guy, Wonder Woman and Themyscira are established, and then we can get to Justice League. Again, a bit of a transition phase, and then we can go to everyone being there.
Yeah. What I'm kind of hoping, basically, I know you've got mixed opinions about this, but I hope it's basically Justice League War. Like, you have mixed opinions about Justice League War.
I'm not a fan of the Justice League Origin comic story or the Justice League War animated film. But
that, like,
I think if I know what you're thinking, then I think
all of them coming together to fight the huge thing, but they've all got their own stories at the beginning and stuff like that, and then they all come together.
Yes.
To me, works well.
What I love about that story is the cyborg origin.
Yes.
So if he does show up in Batman v Superman as a civilian, as the actor's Ray Fisher, Victor Stone.
Yes.
And then in Justice League is his origin. All of it, yes, that in my face now. And then he can be I'd love him to be the audience POV. So people have to explain things like he has no idea what's going on because he just gets caught in this kind of apocalypse war. I'm also not a fan of Darkseid as the villain in that, but I feel like Darkseid in the first Justice League with a not very well established world is a bit early.
Yeah.
That being said, I can see it working. So
well, we've already seen
okay with it.
Presumably, Doomsday and obviously Lex Luthor are the main villains, unless they're trying to pull a fast one, and that would be a legitimately good fast one if they turn around and go, oh, by the way, Darkseid's here now. That would be very annoying because that's quite similar to Spider-Man 3 in that they've got like 3 villains.
That being said, Spider-Man 3 didn't bait and switch. They didn't go, here's the villain. Oh wait, no, it's not.
Yeah,
they went, here's all the villains.
Oh, what they do the Amazing Spider-Man 2 thing, they're showing Apocalypse at the end of it. Apocalypse isn't actually going to be in it much because remember in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailers it was the Rhino.
God.
That was at the end.
Yeah, they literally showed you the final shot in the trailer. What's with that? But no, I feel like I want this universe established so we can just do this stuff. And I like what DC are doing. From what I can gather, they're doing a lot of just adapting stories with a bit of a twist.
Yes.
This isn't the Dark Knight Returns, Batman v Superman, but it's got a lot of elements to that in it. I feel like
a giant power armor suit, for example.
Batman fighting Superman. Apparently,
wait, Batman fights Superman?
Didn't you know? And apparently, the Batman solo film will lead with Under the Red Hood.
Oh.
Which is just yes.
I've got a friend at work that keeps telling me every so often that he's like, by the way, there's a theory that the Joker in Suicide Squad is going to be Jason Todd.
We can save that for another time because there's too much talking about that to be done.
Okay.
But I had a train of thought going there.
Sorry.
I think I just lost it. I was talking about something. In case you didn't know.
Something to do with it's quite similar to the Dark Knight Returns, but not.
Yes, so they're doing Under the Red Hood. Justice League may well be. It all looks to be doing Darkseid, so it'll be Justice League Origin, and then I'm really hoping Aquaman gets a Throne of Atlantis story in there because it's my favourite comic ever. Like the New 52 Aquaman run was the first genuine run of comics that I bought.
Yeah,
and it's amazing. Like Throne of Atlantis is just fantastic, and I feel like their animated films are a bit of a template. Like they did a Suicide Squad one, and now they're doing a Suicide Squad movie. They did all this stuff, and I'm really hoping that gets its way in. And if they do that and do it well, great. So I feel like I'm willing for Batman v Superman to take a lot of the pitfalls in order to fast track us to this universe.
Yeah.
And then Suicide Squad will be a very smaller scale, self-contained thing, but looks great.
I just kind of hope that it's not going to be the exact same pitfalls that Man of Steel had.
Yes. That being said, with Justice League and all that, I'm not a fan of Zack Snyder as the pioneer of this universe.
Yeah.
I like him as a director. I like Watchmen a lot. Sucker Punch sucks. See what I did there? It's not funny at all.
Suckers.
Man of Steel, I have a lot of mixed opinions on. There's a great movie somewhere in Man of Steel.
Yes.
But it's not what we got.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Zack Snyder is directing both Justice League films, and I'm not a fan of that.
Maybe it will be a similar thing to Joss Whedon, though. I know we don't like to talk about this again, but Joss, when the Avengers 2 came out, people hated that movie, and they basically just... Well, people had mixed opinions of that movie, but
I don't know anyone who hates it.
Joss Whedon said that basically he was forced into doing X thing, Y thing, like setting up Civil War, setting up Thor Ragnarok, setting up
Infinity War,
setting up basically every movie. Oh, you have to put in this. I guarantee you, I think the love story between the Hulk and Black Widow was just like, oh yeah, just put that in. Like, let's just do it, because I'm not that up to date on the Hulk comics, but isn't like more the Hulk's thing Betty
Ross?
Yeah,
generally speaking,
yeah. I mean, I know he had a family.
Tried that in 2 movies and they both sucked.
Yeah, but she may come back.
She might. Now that we've got General Ross,
yeah, which is canon. I knew it was canon, but I was like, I thought it was.
They kind of ignored it.
Like, it's canon, but just ignore it. They make an odd reference here and there, but
you were saying something about Joss Whedon.
Oh yeah, basically they just were like, after being forced into doing so much, he was just like, you know what, I'm done. I'm not going to make these movies anymore because you're just asking for too much for too little. Yeah. Whereas
Zack Snyder is the guy who is designing this universe and also directing it.
Yes.
Which actually will work in his favour, I suppose is true. Because he's going to be the guy telling people what they have to do. Then he's going to follow it. It'll be his vision anyway for Justice League. So there's that. And it will all look incredible and the action will be stunning like Man of Steel had. But, iffy.
Yeah.
Iffy.
I didn't think about the fact that he's actually like the designer of the universe.
Yeah.
Maybe Christopher Nolan can like...
He Nolanized Batman, made an incredible trilogy. Leave it, quit while you're ahead.
You know, he was trying to get Superman, like make it so that at the end of Man of Steel, that I can't remember which way around this argument went, so I might be getting it wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Christopher Nolan was like, no, we can't get Superman to kill Zod. It's like totally contradictory to Superman's character. And then Zack Snyder was like, no man, no. We'll do it.
I like that though. I like it when he kills. I think it works as a very big character moment, and then as long as from then on he's like, I can't kill again.
Yeah. The most recent trailer though didn't really say, it's like, I could kill you if I wanted to kill you.
That being said, it means he's not killing him.
But
yeah, I'm confused as to what Superman's deal is in that movie. He's seen a lot hanging around with Lex Luthor and being angry, so I feel like there's something going on, but. Anyway, we've completely blanked Civil War here, man.
Oh yes.
Which fight, actually, of those two do you think is the bigger deal? Batman fighting Superman when they first meet and don't like each other, or Iron Man and Captain America?
Iron Man and Captain America.
I would counterpoint Batman and Superman as my pick, but I'll let you justify yours first.
Right. Okay. So the reason I think Iron Man and Captain America is because they're buddies. They're war buddies, and it's just going to be like a it's going to be more heart-wrenching, literally. I guarantee you, Captain America or the Winter Soldier, Bucky, will rip out the arc reactor from Iron Man. It's literally going to be a heart-wrencher. And it's similar, again, to The Dark Knight Returns, because they were friends, but the fight was necessary. It had to happen, because Batman was effectively
ideologies.
Yes.
My issue is that watching the Marvel movies and the Avengers movies, I've never felt that there was any kind of bond between Cap and Iron Man.
I did a bit.
There's a bit at the end of Age of Ultron when Cap's like, I will miss you, and it's like, no you won't.
I think it's like,
you hate that guy.
It's kind of like, I'm gonna like childish. How would you say that? Like, I'm gonna like make myself seem a lot younger than I am, but it's like in Pokemon, right? They talk about, like, you've got these rivals, but in the most recent games, your rivals are also your friends. So you're like, you hate them because they're a fucking asshole, and they take the Pokemon that you're weaker to because they're fucking asshole. Yeah. But at the same time, they're like your buddies, and they're actually quite nice. We're 39 minutes in.
Yeah, I was just like, it feels like it's been longer, and I was like, are we taking too long?
Is that when you're bored?
God. No, I just feel like we've been talking for longer. It's great. See, I just never got the impression that there was any kind of, like, in the trailer when Steve's like, I can't let you do this, Bucky's my friend, and Iron Man's like, so was I? And I was like, no you weren't, you never hung out.
But that's what's... this isn't my point, I can't remember whose point it was, I heard this the other day. But that's what friendship is to Tony, is these arguments, or not arguments, but these like disagreements. That's how he treats Pepper as well.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying the idea is that Iron Man has Tony has misjudged friendship. He's got a different perception of it to Steve.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see. Actually, that's a good point because he's he feels he's friends with Steve.
Yeah, I feel like
Steve's like, no, you're a dick.
I don't remember. I don't want anyone to be like, oh, you stole that point. It was from the Screen Junkies movie fights.
Okay, I don't watch that.
I don't remember who was on the panel, but it was one of the. It was someone on that panel.
I don't feel there's a chance it might be that, I suppose, but that makes more sense from the previous movies.
Yes.
Batman and Superman, I feel like, to me, because Superman wrecked a city and then murdered a guy, that's Batman's one thing. He's like, if you come to my planet and you kill a man, no, you kill, if you read a comic and Deadshot comes to town as a vigilante and then kills someone, Batman takes him down.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone comes Ra's al Ghul, he wants to save the world by killing people, Batman's like, no, I take you down. Superman comes to Earth, kills a man. Batman's we know Superman's Superman, so he's a good guy. But to Batman, an alien came down, killed another person.
Yeah.
So Batman's this person has to go down.
So, just as a side note, I've got kind of a question. You know, in the most recent trailer at the start, there was a bit where it's Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent talking.
I love that.
Do you think that Batman or Bruce Wayne
think they know
knows?
I think they know. Because there's that bit at the start where Clark Kent is like, who's that?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, that's Bruce Wayne, who doesn't know Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And when I watched the trailer, it's weirdly edited, so I think it might be Clark asking, who's that? And then it's someone else, and then later the guy's like, hey, that's Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
But I don't know, but if it's not... And
what if it's who's that? Because there's a scene in the first trailer where you see
Gal Gadot getting into the... Or Gal Gadot, Diana, Wonder Woman getting into the car.
Yeah, it could be her.
That's my fault. It looks like the same place.
But there's also just a bit where they're asking about the vigilante, and it's maybe it's just the Gotham in me. But we're used to good dudes dressed
we have
like
a history
crap.
with freaks dressed like
and it's looking him up and down, looking at his outfit.
Yeah. See that moment? I'm just Superman, run, get him, run. When Batman compares you to the Joker, get the hell out of there before he wrecks your arse.
You just reminded me of a picture I've got on Facebook. I'll show you later because obviously we can't do it.
No, I love that bit, and I'm pretty sure I feel like if it's not Clark, if Clark is actually asking who's that, and the guy's like, it's Bruce Wayne. What I feel like is he's met Batman. Batman's been a bit of a Bruce Wayne's been a bit of a recluse because Wayne Manor's all wrecked and that, and he's X-ray vision, didn't see in his face. Right. He doesn't know who he is. And then he shows up and he's
I keep drawing this comparison, but it's like War where he X-rays, but for some reason he knew that. But
in this, he sees Bruce Wayne under the Batman mask early on, and then he doesn't know it's Bruce Wayne, and then they're both at this event, and he's like, oh, it's the Batman guy. He's like, here. Who is that guy? And he's like, that's Bruce Wayne. He's like, ha!
I've got you now, motherfucker.
And then Bruce Wayne walks up and he's like, I know who you are, mate. How? Because you wear a pair of glasses to conceal your identity. and then I think Lex Luthor also knows who both of them are. Because he shows up and it's like, oh, Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne. And I'm like, why would that be a big deal to anyone unless you know?
Yeah, especially because fair enough, maybe Bruce Wayne and Diana, depending on Diana's
Bruce Wayne's a big millionaire.
Yeah, depending on what Diana's place in is in
the way
real world society.
The way Lex Luthor goes, ooh, Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent, I love bringing people together. Hint, nudge, nudge, I'm orchestrating this. It's don't pick a fight with this guy. Subtle reverse psychology that's not subtle whatsoever. I also feel like the way they greet Lex, he walks over and he shakes Bruce's hand, he's like, Lex, as if he's almost tired of him, and then Clark
Maybe he is.
Clark looks at his feet and he's like, yeah.
What if
I
it's
think
like...
he's being controlled by Lex. Because when he creates Doomsday, Superman's standing behind him.
Maybe, yeah.
And then there's the bit in the second trailer where he's like kneeling in front of
Yeah.
Luthor, and he's like...
What if, like, you
and
see...
then there's the bit with Lois Lane and Lex in the latest trailer where he talks about their words.
Oh,
psychotic.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think he's blackmailing him with a kidnapping or something.
What if, like, it's similar to Ant-Man and how Hank Pym and, I can't remember.
I just spilled my drink all over my face.
Sorry, I've lost my train of thought. So like Hank Pym and this sounds really bad. Daniel Cross. I was about to say that I don't remember his name. I'm pretty sure it's Daniel Cross, isn't it? The yellow jacket.
Yeah,
the bad guy. Yes, I remember.
David or Daniel Cross.
Yeah, I was just gonna say his. I was gonna say yellow jacket, but
David Cross, I think, is an actor.
So like, there's obviously David Cross or whatever Daniel Cross is his like protege, but then he's not really his protege. What if it's a similar kind of dynamic there where Bruce Wayne's obviously like a billionaire tech genius. We don't know how in this universe Lex Luthor has got his like riches. What if he is also, well, he is in the comics as well, but like a billionaire tech genius, but he's also, because he's a younger guy, he was studying under Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
And then because Bruce Wayne is just an asshole,
he
got like shunned out.
Yeah, I can see that. It would be a nice twist. What I reckon though is it's Jesse Eisenberg is playing, technically his name is Lex Luthor Jr. Because they showed that on a viral website, so I'm guessing he's just inherited all his money.
Okay.
But I'd like that actually. Be a nice twist, and it would give him legitimate reason for knowing who Bruce Wayne is, because he'd been there and he'd find it pretty easy to figure out because he's an absolute genius. And then he figured out who Clark Kent was because again he's not an idiot.
Yeah, because look, there's a dude wearing glasses. Oh, there's a dude wearing not glasses. Clearly not the same guy.
Yeah, so I reckon that's like a tribute of people, and they all know who each other are, and Bruce Wayne doesn't trust either of them, and Clark doesn't like either of them. Luthor's like, maniacal laugh.
Maniacal laugh.
The Muppets is a great film. Anyway, what do you think of Jesse Eisenberg's Luthor? Because I liked him up until this trailer.
Up until the point where he's like, oh my god, hey guys, how's it going?
It's that line he has where Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent are talking, and then you don't see him and you just hear boys, and it sounds like your irritating grandma showing up when like your friends are over, and then it cuts it. It's like I'm like, that's Lex Luthor. Oh my, what? But my defense of it, because I'm the DC fan of the two of us, who's gonna try and rationalize everything they do. My defense is that that's a kind of facade.
Yeah, well,
putting up.
I can't remember if it was you who was talking to or someone else, but it was where in the Christopher Nolan Batman universe, Batman is Batman, and then, or it even works for, like, say, the Batman Arkham video games. You see Bruce Wayne once or twice, and then he's Batman, and he's like, super pretty, I'm Batman. And then when he's Bruce Wayne and he's talking to real people, he's like, oh, how's it going? I'm a really friendly philanthropist. Like, I'm super nice.
Yeah.
So it could just be like that again.
Yeah, because it's also, there's a thing about Lex Luthor, which when you read him in the comics or watch him in the shows and stuff, at no point do you buy that people would trust him and vote him president. Or like, because you know how he has this thing where he'll put a supervillain plan into action, go to prison for a bit, come back, and then do something and everyone loves him. Yeah, he's always being evil. Even in his public speeches, he's like cackling and saying evil things, and then Clark Kent won't trust him or whatever because he's the only non-idiot there.
Could you imagine? Do you see the? Do you watch The Simpsons? No. Right, there's an episode where, do you know Sideshow Bob?
No.
Right, he's basically a character that used to be, do you know Krusty the Clown?
Yes.
Right, he used to be Krusty the Clown's sidekick, like on his TV show. And basically,
tangent.
He tried to kill. It's gonna link. Okay. He tried to kill Krusty, right? So he got sent to prison. Mm-hmm. Then he got brought back out of prison, and it's basically the Lex Luthor thing. He keeps coming back, and but he doesn't get like re-loved again.
Yeah.
But then when he gets released one time, he he's getting released near a mayoral campaign for Springfield, so he's gonna he runs to become mayor, and he wins to become mayor. And so they go to, or they're like, and now we're going to cut to the mayoral candidate who has won, Sideshow Bob. And he's sitting in front of a podium and he's like fixing papers and stuff, and then he's just like,
We may have to bring the volume down in that section. Yeah, but like, if he's putting up this kind of masquerade, then maybe you can more see why people like him, because in the speeches he's all friendly and fun and nice and has a really high-pitched voice for some reason. But yeah, the thing is, I love, what I do like is that he seems to be having a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Whereas Batman's all like, I'm Batman, which is what you expect and want from Batman. And then Superman in this universe is all, I am an ideal and I must be serious and mankind and God and I'm Jesus.
Jesus.
And then Wonder Woman's gonna be all, I'm a warrior and peace and I'm gonna cut
peace and
love.
love, man.
Peace and love. Because there's always that thing about Wonder Woman that she somehow represents peace as she walks around with her sword and shield and warrior armor that I've never quite gotten. I do sometimes though, but and then Lex Luthor's walking around being like, hey,
how's it going?
I'm gonna create a devil. Oh yes, the red capes are coming.
To me, just to get that reference.
Yeah, the red coats. Yeah, I had to look it up.
Shut up.
We know what we're doing. So yeah, I feel like, and then I like when he's going like psychotic, like that is a 3-syllable word for any thought too big for little minds, and he's like doing these rants. I love his line when he's like, but now we know better. Devils don't come from hell beneath; they come from the sky. And I'm like, is he talking about Doomsday or Superman?
I heard
now that we know Doomsday is Zod and all that.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I'm assuming he is, because like Zod fell from the sky.
And you see him opening the thing, and you could just
expect
him just going,
Frankenstein. Yeah, and then you see the Kryptonian birthing chamber crashed in Man of Steel. And he used to create the babies, and he's like Frankensteining it, like you said, and then he's got Zod's body, and then he'll make a monster. So, and then he's like, the thing that implies it is when he's like, if man won't kill God, the devil will do it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so Doomsday's the devil. So devils, when you talk about devils coming from the sky, you're talking about him. I don't know. I'm confused. It'll be interesting. At least I don't know. It's one thing that I don't know about this movie now.
But the movie is still 6 months away. But we already have 2 trailers.
3. We have a teaser and 2 trailers.
It's not 6
How
months
they
away.
went to show us between now and then?
Hopefully
Like
nothing.
4 months.
Hopefully literally nothing.
Yeah. And then we had the little clip from what we think is a nightmare scene.
Oh yes, of course.
I like that.
This
clip.
is your theory, isn't it? So the Nightmare Batman.
Well, it's a theory that has been a lot of people.
Well, you're the one I heard it from. So.
It's because at Comic-Con the Batman figure's called Nightmare Batman with a K, because that's the standard thing with Batman.
Yeah.
Use night, put a K at
like
the front.
Nightfall and shit like that.
So I'm assuming it's a nightmare. I saw a headline on an article recently that popped up on my feed that said something about it being confirmed as a nightmare. I didn't look into it because I don't want to know.
Yeah.
But like in the new one, we've got all the parademons flying around in it, and then Superman's unmasking them, and it just screams nightmare to me, or vision of like an apocalyptic future from like some sort
they
of.
They were like carpet bombs,
like if,
the desolate thing.
Like if Wonder Woman shows up and she's like, "Hey, this is where it's all going. If you two keep fighting, there's going to be Superman army. He's going to go evil. You're going to have to resort to killing people. He's going to unmask you. Basically, injustice will happen."
Yes.
And then Batman and Superman are like, "Oh,
let's
team up."
I'm happy you mentioned injustice there. Actually, right? So there's a thing where people want them to make like more unique stories for Marvel and stuff like that. But now that Marvel have got their like set universe, I don't think they just want to go.
Marvel are going to do what they do.
Make a random story. Do you
I'd love to see Marvel doing like what if stories, like in comics.
But like it's still got like Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark and Chris Evans as Captain America. What if do you think DC are likely to do the same thing? Because obviously I think DC's got more stories like that than Marvel does, but
more like alternate universe.
Yeah.
Like Flashpoint and Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, things like that. Do you think
Injustice? I'd love to see them do it.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a thing where it's like the TV shows are this universe and then the movies are this universe and we go between them and have Flashpoint. I want them to. I don't see it happening.
Okay.
But for valid reason, because I don't see it being a logical business idea to be like, we're going to have Batman and Superman and Green Lantern and Cyborg and Martian Manhunter, hopefully he'll come at some point. I don't see it being logical to have all them and then not just do what the traditional sense, because the general public, me and you, we're into this stuff, we read the comics, and we'd love to see an Injustice like trilogy or something.
Even just like the game is amazing.
The game's like, I've not played much of the game, but I've heard it's good.
I've read some Combat.
Yeah,
all DC characters.
I've read some of the comics for Injustice. I've read them and they are fantastic.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see like a short trilogy that's like a what if alternate universe and a lot of this kind of thing. But I feel like it's confusing enough for a lot of people to watch these Batman v Superman trailers, the general public, and be like, why are Batman and Superman fighting? That's the reaction I generally get when I show people this.
I don't think they would do, like you mentioned Dark Knight Returns, I don't think they would do that.
No, they've done Batman v Superman.
Yeah, whereas it's just the same movie.
In many senses, yeah. I also don't feel Dark Knight Returns works as a straight up adaptation to live action.
Yeah.
For multiple reasons. But I feel like it would be really weird and isn't going to attract as big an audience as just a normal traditional Justice League film.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see it happen, but I'm also cool with them keeping that kind of thing to their animations.
Yeah.
Because those are some great films there as well, like the Justice League Gods and Monsters.
Yeah.
Was very good.
Public Enemies.
Flashpoint movie, Public Enemies and Apocalypse, Superman, Batman. They're good. Under the Red Hood. Lots of fantastic stuff there.
Yes.
So that's what's targeted fans. You get all your different stuff, all your fun, and then the movies are going to have to appeal to a much broader horizon of people. So I'm cool with that. Because, I'd do the same thing, probably.
Okay.
But I'd love that. Even if it's just like one movie that's alternate universe, completely random. Batman's a killer, like...
Batman with guns.
Yeah, because there's a comic, there's an alternate universe comic where Batman, like, after Jason Todd dies, after Robin gets killed by the Joker, he just kills all of his villains.
Yes.
And I'd love to see like a one-off series of just how easily he dispatches every single Gotham
and then the Justice League come to stop him, and he's just like, you see how easily he takes apart every single.
They had that in Endgame recently, him taking down the Justice League.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I didn't like it because he just puts on a big suit and then you're like,
that's basically like Iron Man.
Yeah, I like it when Batman out psychologically attacks people more. Like there's a bit where he's located in an ancient artifact, which is like the inverse of Diana's lasso of truth.
Yeah.
So you can convince anyone of any lie, and he by sleight of hand gets it on Wonder Woman and convinces her that she's fighting him, but she's not. She's fighting thin air, and then he just kind of leaves her. But so I'd like to see a lot of alternate universe, but it's not happening.
I saw a thing the other day, which is like. Wonder Woman talking to Batman, and she's like, so you've got a plan to dispatch every single member of the Justice League? And he's like, yep, I've got them all in the Batcave, safe and sound, so no one will get them. And they're like, but what if you turn evil? How are we going to stop you? He's like, oh, that's really easy, I'll work that out as well. He passes her a folder, and it's just like, she opens it and it just says, run. And then, but so you think it ends there and it's really funny, and you just scroll down a bit, and then it's just like, Batman just like, JK, just shoot me in the face or something.
Oh, I saw a great one because there's recently in the Justice League, Batman showed Superman all his methods for I don't know if he showed Superman some of his methods for taking down people. He had these boxes with plans. I can't remember the context, but then it's he gives him the one for himself.
Yeah.
And then they're people have memed it, and he just opens up and it's just a mirror. It's you're freaking Superman, you idiot. The hell am I meant to do if you attack me? Because that's the thing. If any of them attack Batman, he's fucked.
Yeah, he needs to be the instigator of it.
Yeah, the way I see it is if Batman one day goes, I'm going to take down Superman, he'd do it.
It's a great thing. I'm walking in my Superman Prince batsuit today, and then Superman comes in and just kills him.
I this really great power armor that's indestructible. Superman can't beat me, but I left a mouth hole for some reason. It just gets lasered. Do you want to see any more of Civil War between now and the film? Like, would you want to see like an Iron Man oriented trailer?
Yes, I want to see that because I thought we've talked about this a bit, but where the first trailer seems to be like
it's all Cap.
Yeah, it's like
Captain America movie.
Yeah,
to be fair,
like it's Captain America's justifications for like rebelling, and then I want to see one which is like Iron Man's reasons for accepting the Sokovia Accords or something. They're not calling it the Superhuman Registration Act.
It's quite a mouthful.
I don't think they're going to call it the Superhuman Registration Act at all, ever. They're never going to call it that, purely because of X-Men, the first movie, because they had the Mutant Registration Act. I actually thought that they were going to abandon the whole Registration Act thing completely and just basically make it that Iron Man did something fucked up and Captain America wants to stop
your
him.
pick of the fucked up things Iron Man's done.
Put the world in an iron suit.
What an idiot. Literally every movie Iron Man's in, the villain is his fault, except for the first Avengers.
Yeah.
All of the other ones he creates the villain.
Yeah,
well, in Iron Man 2 it's a bit his dad.
Yeah. No, but I would argue that Iron Man 2 isn't actually anywhere near his fault. Because he doesn't. He does actually tell him like.
He tells him
you should do your
He
doesn't create the villain. He just improves the villain.
Yeah, he turns him into a legitimate threat when he's already got him in jail.
Actually, no.
Sam Rockwell, Justin Hammer, Tony. I don't feel like Tony creates him. I feel like he's just a jealous son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But Iron Man's an idiot. In summary. I think because if they're calling them the Sokovia Accords, I think it's just Iron Man created Ultron, who then very nearly took out the whole world.
Yes.
And then Iron Man okay, fair play. That's a valid point.
I do like his line though, where it's like, if we don't have I can't remember the exact quote, but it's like, if we don't follow the rules, then we're no better than the bad guys. I quite like that.
Then Cap's all like, nah, truth, justice, and I'm not Superman, but
the literal embodiment of freedom.
I wear the flag. But yeah, so I'd like another trailer that's kind of more the debate, because this is more just like, this is Captain America, he meets Bucky, and he's saving Bucky. I'd like one that's more oriented around the actual debate,
the actual war of Civil War, rather than
let's say
Bucky.
That being said, I don't want to see all the money shots.
Yes.
I don't want to see Wonder Woman dropping down and having her big entrance to block the Doomsday Bolt like Batman v Superman did. Yeah. But I would like to see a bit more, because it's just a couple throwaway lines in this.
What?
In the Civil War trailer.
So you mean?
But it is the title.
What if you mean? What if remember for Age of Ultron, they put out, there was a trailer and then there was the extended trailer which had the whole scene with Peggy trying to pick up Thor's hammer. What if they did that, but it was just talking about the Sokovia Accords?
I'm not a big fan of taking out genuine scenes and dumping them in a trailer.
I don't mind
a minute tops.
Yeah, I don't mind that if it's an early scene in the movie.
Yeah, if it's in the first act, great. If it's anything for example, the Bruce Wayne Clark Kent banter, I don't know if you can call it banter, but back and forth in the Batman v Superman trailer, that feels very much like it's in the first act. They're meeting each other in their alter egos for the first time, or something like that. That's fine, it's not that long, it's a minute or so. Cool. In terms of, I don't want to show them the biggest moments of moral debate between Cap and Iron Man, but I would like to see a trailer oriented around that. Even if it's a short teaser, a minute and a bit long.
Yeah. I would like it if they kind of just use, so we already know that there's going to be a fight, and it looks like it's in a car park between all this,
the airport, I think it is.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Who cares?
Say, call it car park, whatever. I wouldn't mind if they just took more, for action shots, just took more from that. Because what pissed me off most about the Avengers Age of Ultron trailers is here's this, here's this, here's this, here's this, here's this. I didn't feel like I walked into any of that movie going, cool. Imagine you didn't know the Vision was going to be in it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Because he was possibly my favourite part of Age of Ultron. Well, he was good. I don't know about my favourite part.
lifting up that hammer when he lifts up. That was one moment where like your whole
the
fear
thing
just
when they keep calling back to that at the end and they're like, oh, the elevator lifts it. The elevator's not worth it, it's just an elevator.
The hammer picking up thing was my favourite thing about Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Which again, they showed the whole thing in the trailer, which is annoying, but. So thanks for listening, guys. Look out for us next week.
Maybe we'll talk more about video games next week, like the plan was.
Oh, we could do that. I actually have down like a whole segment on the gaming awards.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. Can I talk briefly about Hideo Kojima not being there? Because this is like the most interesting thing.
Okay, I already started doing an outro, but whatever.
Let's screw it. You've just reminded us. It's post-show content. Be happy.
Post-credit scene.
Again, that one was our mid-credit scene. This one's our post-credit scene.
You're the worst.
Right, so basically what it is Konami released Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, this year, which...
I just realised how much like the Phantom Menace that's.
Yes, I know. But they won quite a lot of awards at the Video Game Awards, right? They won Best Soundtrack, which I thought was weird, just as a side note. I don't understand that, but...
I've not played it, so...
So basically what it is Hideo Kojima is the creator of, or I should say was the creator of the Metal Gear Solid franchise. And there's been a lot of controversy lately about Hideo Kojima. His name was removed from the box art for Metal Gear Solid 5. So basically instead of like Hideo Kojima production, it's a Konami production now. His subsidiary company to Konami was Kojima Productions. That got shut down and his employees got scattered about. Apparently their employees are being put under tenuous conditions, and maybe their theory is that maybe they want them to quit. Konami want them to quit and just leave. And Hideo Kojima, for the past, I think it's a month, maybe more than that, has been on vacation. So he's not been able to, he's not been fired. He's just on vacation.
Have they had a falling out or something?
That's what the theory is. To quote Meg Turney from Rooster Teeth, she thinks that he slept with someone's wife or daughter or both.
Punishing everyone who works.
Fuck knows. I don't know. But at the awards, obviously, as I say, Konami won quite a lot. Maybe only one or two. I don't remember. It's a long award list. It was Jeff Keighley that was hosting it, right? So he goes up and he's like, okay, yeah, so the winner for X award is Metal Gear Solid 5. Unfortunately, Konami have blocked Hideo Kojima from even coming to this event. Their lawyers highly advised that he should not turn up to the event. So they have stopped him from going to pick up the award, which is, I would vouch that he spent years trying to earn.
Also, like, he put all the, like, that game was winning all the awards thanks to him and his team, like Kojima, and now they're firing them all.
The actor that played Snake in this one,
Snake's in this one?
It's
not Big Boss?
It's the same. He's also called Snake, so it's basically the same. This one's called. They basically reused the name Snake like infinitely. So the first Snake's called.
There's different snakes.
There's Solid Snake. In the first game it's Solid Snake, then it's Solid Snake again, but it's also Raiden, but we don't pay attention to that. So it's Solid Snake in 2, and then the third one you play Naked Snake, who becomes Big Boss.
Naked Snake?
Yes, because he's not on the weapons at the start of the game. Then in the fourth one you play Old Snake, who is Solid Snake, just he's old, so they call him Old Snake. And then in the fifth one who is now Big Boss, they call him Punished Snake or Demon Snake, depending on if you're a bad guy or not in that game. I'm just going to check who the voice actor for Snake was, but basically he collected the award instead of anyone else from Konami.
Yeah. The guy who showed up one day, recorded some lines and buggered off home.
Yeah,
that's weird.
They also changed. It's also not the voice. It's not like a voice actor who's been in everyone. Like he's not been in every game. So basically, there was an actor, David Hayter. He was the voice actor for Snake in every game. And then in this one, they're like, "Oh yeah,
it's a different guy now." So.
Yeah, and people were not happy about that.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't be. That's tragic.
Oh, this is Solid Snake. I'm sorry. Hang on, one moment.
We'll get back to you on it in a minute.
Big Boss.
Have you ever actually played any of the Metal Gear Solid games?
I've not completed 5. I know exactly what happens, but the game, I got like 40 or maybe 20% in it. No, that's what it was. I got 20% in, but I played like 40 hours of it, and I was just like, I can't keep doing this. I have to stop. Saying that, I have not completed Fallout 4, but I've stopped playing it because of disgusting. Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, he's in a lot of stuff.
Yes.
He also can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Different character, a different person voiced him in Metal Gear Solid 4 as well, but that was because like you were playing Old Snake, Solid Snake, and then Big Boss was in it at the end, and like they both had the same voice. So that changing of the voice makes sense to me, but like although from what I hear it could actually make sense as well, because I feel like we should talk about this next week actually.
Yes. We'll have a video game segment next week or something like that.
Okay.
Epic. So thanks for watching, guys. You can watch more videos. I don't know where we're uploading this. If it's Anishan, watch more of Anishan's videos.
Yes.
If you're watching it Fixing Hollywood, which is my website, which you can look up. There will be links somewhere around. Go check some articles out over there. I spent a lot of time writing them, even through exams, so I'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
You got any plugs to put in here?
No, I just here. I don't have any websites or anything.
Great.
I might make one for gaming specifically, but we'll see how that goes.
What would be the equivalent of fixing Hollywood in gaming terms? Do they have like a Hollywood general?
Fixing noobs.
Alright, so thanks guys.
I'm gonna go.
Till next time.
You make that website. Right, I've been Cameron. Goodbye.